In this module, we'll turn our attention to the first step in the decision process, Characterize. We'll take a tour of the Characterize page and learn about its purpose and features while I demonstrate how to use it. In the decision process, the purpose of the Characterize step is to size up the event. In AlphaACT Fire, this involves entering information you know or learn about the event into the system. In a real event, you might size up a situation based on your own observations. The things you see, the things you hear, the information delivered through your own senses. But you'd also be depending on others for information, dispatchers and on-scene responders. Now that we've established the purpose of the Characterize step in the decision process, let's take a closer look at the Characterize page. The first thing to notice is that the 6 steps of the decision process are shown along the top of the page, with the page that we're on highlighted. The Characterize page is a number of different areas: a simulation of the event scene, an aerial map available through this tab, the Resources panel on the left, and the On-Scene panel on the right. We'll discuss these areas in greater detail. When incident updates arrive, a visual reminder will appear along the top of the page. The area just beneath it includes the timer, which measures how long it takes you to work the scenario, and other information. When you arrive at the Characterize page, you'll see a simulation of the event scene. It'll show symptoms of the event you'll be dealing with, for example, smoke coming from the structure, and these symptoms may change over time. Clicking the Map tab just above the simulation will take you to an aerial map, which will give you a better sense of the area surrounding the event scene. The map includes controls along the left side of the panel that let you zoom in or out and move the map so that you can examine other parts of the area around the event scene. You can also use the hand feature to move the map around as needed. As you size up the situation on the Characterize page, you can tab back and forth between the simulation and the aerial view of the map. A pull-out panel along the left side of the screen informs you of the availability of additional resources and their projected time of arrival. You'll use this information in the course of planning your attack on the fire. It'll be available at all stages of the decision-making process. You'll enter the information you know about the event along the right side of the screen in the On-Scene panel. The system prompts you with questions about the event as you size up the scene. It'll ask about the characteristics of the structure, the type of fire, fire conditions, the likelihood of life hazards, and victim viability. Sizing up the scene is done by answering questions using radio buttons or drop-downs. A meter just below the questions you answer visually depicts victim viability. It assumes the best at the beginning of the scenario, but as you enter information about event conditions, it takes that information into account and adjusts its assessment to show the likelihood of the victim still being alive. This is important to consider as you evaluate the risk to emergency responders of attempting to save the life of a victim. As part of Size Up, you select the initial command mode and the strategic mode. The options for command mode are Command, Fast Attack, and Investigative. The options for strategic mode are Offensive, Defensive, and Transitional. So what do you actually do on the Characterize page? You enter information about the event that you glean from the simulation and from the incident updates by answering the questions on the On-Scene panel. Keep in mind that, like in actual events, the conditions at the event scene can change, and change quickly. You'll need to watch and listen for signs of such change in the simulation and in what you learn from the incident updates. That completes our review of the Characterize page. As a quick recap, the purpose of the Characterize step is to size up event conditions. In the virtual world of AlphaACT Fire, you'll find that information in the event scene simulation and in the incident updates that come in as audio messages. You'll enter the event conditions you see into the system, and you'll also select the initial command mode and strategic mode for tackling this event. In the next module, we'll learn about the second step of the decision process, Recognize.